Good evening, Sean.
Good evening, Dave.
Or should I
Okay.
say good night?
Is that because we're playing a game that starts with the word night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cool.
like what I did there, huh?
Yeah.
Good. How you doing? You right?
I'm okay. I'm okay.
Sure.
Like as okay as anyone is, right?
Yes. Yes.
Um,
Yeah. I mean, this is not our first lockdown stream, really, is it? Like, obviously,
No.
like plenty of streamers are dealing with this.
mhm.
This question of like, how do you talk about it? How do you, or not talk about it?
Yeah.
As you are doing things like playing games and trying to provide entertainment for people and so on and so.
Yeah. It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm just sorry. This is like I don't think we're on YouTube.
Are we not on YouTube? Okay.
Not that I can. I don't know. Like, I assume I would be able to see it if we were on.
Let's have a look. What is Restream?
It says that we're on
It
there,
says
but
we're online.
oh, it says live now. Hang on. Like,
Is it just a bit of a lag maybe issue?
Ah, there we are. Yeah, I can see you confusingly looking to see if we're on YouTube. Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
There
Cool.
we go.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. That's good. That's good. Yeah. For those of you who are wondering why we're wondering about YouTube, and some of you may or know this already, but they're using a new Studio Creator thingy, which is less intuitive, I found, than the old one. Call me, a stick in the mud, but I prefer the old one.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
It's just not as clear what you're actually doing on the. I don't know if it's because we're using a third-party stream thing or what.
No, it's not. It's just rubbish.
It's just rubbish. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So, Sean, have you played Night in the Woods?
No. No, I haven't. But I know a lot about it, or at least I've seen it a lot. Like, I've seen other people play it.
Okay, cool. So
Have
you're
you?
going to watch
I
someone
guess-
else play it? No, I haven't played it either. I'm just going to. I've look at the option menu here. I'm wondering if I've tanked the music too much. So, oh, no, I don't want to do that. So, if anybody. It's a shame. Or I think I've just been on this menu screen long enough that the music's not looping around, which is a shame. You wouldn't have heard that anyway, Sean, but it's a really great soundtrack track.
Yeah.
We're big fans of game soundtracks when they work really well. So, and I think this one's going to be no exception.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's all like I'm playing on keyboard. I don't think that's a particular problem with this kind of game, but you do get to remap keys if you want. I will try and do my best. I don't have to worry too much about that. So yeah, should we dive in or?
Yeah, let's dive in. Sorry, that was a bit of a.
No, it's all good.
I was. That's what happens when you ask me to multitask, Dave. Yeah.
What multitasks did I give you, by the way?
I had to check if we were on YouTube, and I checked, and I wasn't sure, and then I had to check other things, and it all went pear shaped.
And I was talking to you at the same time.
Yeah.
Oof. Well. Yeah. Well, looks like we got through that unscathed. So let's start the new game. So this is from the studio. Is called Infinite something. All right, wait.
Let's have a look.
Yeah, I'm pretty. Let's look at that before. I shouldn't have started the game as we're.
No, it's fine. It's fine. You like.
Okay. In the year Grandad died. Okay, so we've got two choices here, Sean.
Oh,
We had the worst
that's
flood
interesting.
since 1998, or the highway extension came.
Sorry. So in the year
okay.
grand, I was just trying to see who made this, and Infinite Fall.
Infinite Fall, there you go. I knew it was
Yeah,
Infinite something.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, so go on. You've got a choice.
So the highway extension came, or we had the worst flood since 1998.
The worst floods. That's what would House do?
No. I'm going to nix this right now. We cannot be playing this game like House.
Okay. The flood somehow speaks to me.
Okay, well, yeah, I mean, it's quite topical, of 2
Yeah.
or 3 months ago in our part of the world. Greg got trapped on top of a doghouse. The power was out for 2 days. Casey Hartley came by in his dad's boat. And I laughed when I saw it. Grandad left me an apple crate of books. He loved ghost stories and quoted them to himself in the hospital bed. Okay. These are so we get a choice of they feared death, they went looking for the gods, in their wings, in their trees.
Oh. They look. Let's go with the middle one.
They went looking for the gods.
Yeah.
And died in lonely places.
Shit.
Yeah, fair enough. On his last day, he sat up suddenly and stared bug-eyed through the window at the old parking lot, at the old empty mill, or at the old trains.
I feel like I'm feeling pretty depressed already, so let's just go down on that and say old parking lots.
The old parking lots. Wide-eyed, wide and sparkling like oceans. He turned to my dad, eyes still wide. This house is haunted. He said, sorry. Yeah. The punctuation on this is interesting.
And the way that it's formatted there, right?
Yeah. Yes, I mean, again, this is not the right or appropriate way to look at it, but it looks like a poem. It is set out more like a poem, which maybe plays a little fast and loose with the punctuation of dialogue. Which is just something I bang on with to my students about a lot. So most people don't have to worry about that or even care.
Thanks, Haystack. Hi, Haystack. Haystack said it's a fantastic game and hopes we enjoy it.
Nice, that's cool. I'm sure we will. I have a good feeling about this.
Yeah.
Well, this is great, says our character.
I love the text. I love the little bubble. The movement is really effective.
Yes. I wonder if there's anyone who would find that less good. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I like it like you do. I think it really gives just life to what is otherwise usually quite static. And it's a very, don't get me wrong, it probably took a fair amount of effort to do that, but it is quite a simple effect that has a big impact, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't expect a party or anything, but I figured someone would be here. Again, kind of a bit nerdy, but interesting that they choose to use asterisks in that way to suggest emphasis rather than something like italics. The font is all in caps, so you couldn't use all caps to emphasize something in text. So, that's quite that's a choice we have to make in our own games. Which are text, which have text, that kind of thing. Welcome home, May. Okay, and now I get some control.
Notice that May doesn't have an idle animation, really, other than the flicking of the ear.
That's a good point. She blinks.
She does blink.
Okay, she's watching the TV. I can press V here. Oh, to turn it off.
What was on the news?
I believe
they're looking at charts. I can get behind that, Dave.
What? Oh, yeah, charts and sexes. Yeah.
Charts.
Yeah, it's economy. It's economy stuff. Which is notoriously... That should improve. The guy here, just chilling out by the exit. I've missed something, though, like in my interest to see more about the environment. So what's along here? Okay. So I'm guessing anytime there's an I can interact with that with C. Fiasco Fox, you are too dreamy. Right, mate? A bit of a crush there. Nice. And telephone. It must be such a relief to payphone companies that Possum Springs gets 0 cell reception. Yeah, it's kind of weird. It'd be cool to call my parents, but some jerkhole took the time to actually rip it off. Huh. Who steals a phone? Do you think that's a clue?
Who steals a phone?
Yeah. The whole mystery of this game comes back to this phone. Yeah. Could be. Wow, when did they put this up? Possum Springs has never looked more falsely advertised. Nice. Oh, got a little bit of sarcasm from our character there. Now I hear there are some like platforming elements. So
Yeah.
like yeah, this jump, just feels pretty good actually. Like the fact that I am using it.
Is okay. Like let's get game designy here. So is the down same amount of time up as down? I think it is, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
a grab. It's like a yeah.
Yes.
So that's why it feels a little bit floaty, I guess.
Yes.
Does it feel floaty?
I think it does. I think the character model helps with that feeling as well because it's top heavy, right? Like the head is quite sizable.
Yeah.
So yeah, it kind of adds to that feeling as well.
Is the animation going up and coming down the same? Like she kind of puts her legs out to land, just doesn't she?
Yeah, they're kind of arms.
The same?
Their arms go up.
Yeah.
And like they're on an arc. No, they stay up. They always go upwards.
Yeah.
So there's no bespoke downward animation if that's what you're.
Yeah.
At least it doesn't seem so to me. Sorry, yeah, that was probably less exciting to some people who don't care about things like animation, but there we are. That's the Pillbug kind of stream way, isn't it? What does this exit? Excuse me, but where is everybody? It's 10:45. It's closed. Not a lot of folks getting off the last bus to Possum Spring these days. That's a beard on his bill, I think. That's nice.
That's pretty cool.
That's nice. Yeah, nice touch. Just you.
So talking about like
So yeah, this is the first time an option within the dialogue.
Isn't there supposed to be someone at the desk?
Or are you the janitor or something?
I feel like that's a bit insulting to say, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, no, only if you think janitors are insulting. Let's go with this one. Closed.
It was more the or something. is the issue with that one.
Why are the lights on? Why is the TV on? I don't know. He's really drilling into that wall. Like, he's really giving it to that wall right now.
Oh, I didn't even notice that. Haystack making a point that there's little dots at the bottom which show how many choices you had.
Yes.
That's quite good.
Yeah. That is.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dave Soft saying that using a deviation from style can be good for like giving emphasis to something when we were talking about the asterisks.
Yes.
So can you think of examples of games where where you do that? Or film, even
where you
would deviate from a style to emphasize something.
Well, I mean, in this case, it could be using a different font or changing the text size or color, I suppose, when it's on black and white.
Yeah.
Nope, just broke the damn thing. When do you think it might be done? Right after you go grab me a Fiascola from the machine. Okay. Am I paying for this? I always rig it when I'm here after hours. Oh, nice. Free as in free? Free as in no one's here to say otherwise. Sorry, that's quite so long to pass. So I gotta get this guy a Coke if I need to get out. Not Coke.
What was their non-Coke Coke?
Lime, a Fiasco.
A Fiasco.
But he wants a Fiascola. Just a waste. I'm currently waiting on the vending machine.
Oh.
It's got a resting.
Are you controlling? Nice.
Yeah. Okay.
That's kind of cool.
And then what button is it? Oh, there we go. That's a nice touch. So yeah, here's your tutorial, right? Like here's your tutorial level. You got your jumping, yeah, on your platforms. You got your interaction. You got your dialogue.
Hi, Frozen.
Good evening, Frozen. Evening, everyone. Sorry, I've been playing rather than interacting. Is Dreamer 101 basic stuff. One free ass cola. Nice. See what they did there.
How did she get the free Escola? Oh, yeah, I see what this just did.
So you were busy interacting with our streaming watchers whilst he was telling us that he. Oh, nice. Yeah.
Oh, that is badass.
That is badass.
That could be that. I've often wondered
Yeah.
if there was anything more badass than eating like a pear with a knife, and I
Uh-huh.
think that could be it.
I
Is
could-
drilling a can with
I
a drill.
could only assume that, like, if you were to try that in real life, especially at the top, like, I get if you're going to do it in the bottom or side or whatever, but doing it in the top could only end in disaster.
Should we say that if we get like 10,000 wish lists for making it home, we'll do that on stream or
Yes.
something?
Yeah, that's fine.
yeah.
We'll do that. Yeah, we'll say
We can
that.
do that. Like, I've got a drill.
Yeah, I think I have an old can of Coke somewhere as well.
Yeah. Mhm.
Okay. So yeah. So like, as I said, he mentioned earlier that he rigged the vending machine to be free when he's around. So what are you doing here? I live here. Well, lived here. Huh. When do you
Frozen
think?
has suggested we give Rusty a drill.
Yeah, Rusty could probably throw up some shells.
How would you have a drill with a claws? I suppose, how do you hold a cigarette with claws?
Well, I mean, you do all of these things quite carefully. That's how. I mean,
Sorry.
claws, you know, like, okay, they're not opposable thumbs, but, you know, you can get stuff done with claws. When do you think that door's going to be finished? At the same time, making it home is going to be. Now, he says. Goodbye.
Did you just release that game?
Bye. Off we go. Oh, nice loading screen. So yeah, like
I love the art. Like,
Yeah.
I really like the art. Like,
Yeah,
I forgot how good it was. It's one of those things we talk about a lot where it's simple, but
Yes.
it's so hard to do simple well.
yes, definitely. Yeah, I mean, a lot of clean lines, a lot of really nice light effects as well.
Yeah.
Mum and Dad are nowhere to be found. Dark and cold. I'm walking alone.
It always gives it's already giving me the feeling of coming home after being away for a long time. I don't know about you, like that.
It's
Hard to say. Hard to put your finger on that feel of like getting the train station back to your hometown. Like,
yeah,
you know?
yeah. It's a nice touch doing it at night. You know, because because it's generates an atmosphere. It gives a whole story side. It's a nice narrative beat that you would otherwise maybe miss. Newest thing in Possum Springs, the bus station. I guess they got state funding or something. It makes a good first or last impose. If not for the abandoned glass factory back there. Not getting rid of that anytime soon. So, yeah, it's interesting. Like I think we talked about this with other games. Like my tendency would be to click on everything. Like I don't know what we're supposed to do right now other than like wander around, and I'm fine with that. I'm totally happy exploring and like clicking on everything I see. I didn't realize how much I missed the sound of that train. But yeah, other people probably don't play games that way. And just like I used to hear it in my bed at night during the winter when the leaves were down.
Are those like I'm as you could probably imagine, I'm really focused on those fireflies because they seem to be like behaving physically rather than just an animation. They're following you and they're swarming around you. So
yes, I don't
that's
know.
kind of interesting.
They do flock like Cycle 28 drones flock a little bit. Or at least it feels
that's exactly what they're doing. I think.
So like, I've just picked up more fireflies.
Yeah, nice little like smoke effects when you land. That's like.
Yes.
By the way, everyone, I apologize if you hear my chair squeak.
Was that what that was?
Yeah, that's what that was.
I was like, did I miss a game sound?
No. Yeah, it is Boyd's. Yes. Well, it could be Boyd. It might. it might be Boyd's, might be a Gravity thing, but in Cyber 28, it's Boyd's. Yeah, I'm excited. Someone knew what Boyd's was.
I got that. I didn't want to interrupt that.
So Haystack said it's giving vibes of Kentucky Route Zero, which is another game on my list of like games I definitely want to check out.
Okay,
which I think you would dig. Have you heard of that?
No, that one's new to me.
Mm-hmm. They just released the whole collection, I think, or they just finished it, the season.
Oh, okay. Some dank nature. Is that like that was something kids said? Like, do kids still say dank in that way? I mean, I think actually like this is quite close to the literal use of the word dank. But I don't know if that's something kids say as in like, ooh. I don't know. There used to be an old sawmill around here, I think. I mean, the park up there called Sawmill Park. Looks like they lost a log load. Log load, say that 3 times quickly. At some point. Sigh.
I know I kind of said this already, but like it's definitely giving me like, you know, I went to university, like, you know, I left home, went to university and never really went back to live. And it's you go, you know, I might go home once a year and it's that feeling of this is not quite how I remember it. This is like, obviously I know this is home, but you know, that Morrison's didn't used to be there. And I'm getting, I don't know, I think it's doing a good job of capturing that.
Yes. Done that, but is it?
Well, now you've got the route up.
Yeah, that was dangerous. I could have died. That was amazing. Yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't do that thing where I checked that I couldn't go up anyway, so I'm not going to die in this hole. Oh, I heard a toad. And a ghost owl. I bet there are any number of potential witch familiars down here. That's interesting. Tells us something about this character a little bit.
What's it tell us about the character?
Well, I mean, they you know, they heard a sound and started thinking about witch familiars. I mean, that's, you know, it's not something I would necessarily think of immediately, but maybe other people would. Murph.
Class of 99.
Yeah.
That's like...
Like your class?
I was class of 2000.
Yeah, there we go.
I think. Is it the year you leave high school or what? I don't know. We don't really have that sense of class of X, do we here?
No, not so much, no. I mean, in uni, you can buy those hoodies with the... Like,
oh, yeah. Well, yeah, they're just marketing, like...
So cynical, Sean.
Sorry.
Okay. I don't know what they were going for here. Some sort of boat castle. Nice. Most of it's gone now. The thing for weird animals to eat have babies. I mean, I am an animal.
Yeah, I was going to say, like...
Dirt possums. Yeah, dirt possums. Night snakes. Mystery beasts of all shapes. Okay, May is into her mystery beasts of all shapes. Ahoy! Yeah, got to do that, haven't you? No, you're not interrupting. I can kind of move it with physics, one would say. Looks like the ladder's gone. If I could just get to the top of this thing. Ugh.
Sounds like a puzzle.
I could never make it up onto that tree when I was a kid. The number of logs mocked me. The logs and the other kids. Let me see if I can visualize this. Okay, yeah.
They even like numbered it 2-3.
Can't stop running while I do this, not even for a second.
Wow, that's really
gotta have enough
on
momentum.
the nose, isn't it?
It's a little bit, yeah. I think I can do it. Run and jump, jump, jump. Okay. What's unfortunate about this is watch me really balls this up.
Okay.
As I do it, as they make it sound so like straightforward. Hey, there we go.
Yeah, you kept your momentum.
Even Dave didn't balls that one up.
Yeah. Hey, you saw that Celeste you were playing last time. Have you completed Celeste yet?
No. No. No, I don't think Celeste is quite the right lockdown game for me. I think it's a bit too stressful. It's only been 2 years since I lived here. Not in this playground. Possum Springs, I mean, Sean. Come on, not the playground. This is all getting jumbled. I should write it down. Oh, okay. Cool. R.I.P. Grandad. Your parents forgot you, May, on a boat. Love it. Okay. Ooh.
It is quite funny. So some people in chat talking about Celeste and one does not complete Celeste. And Celeste giving people anxiety, which is interesting for a game about anxiety, right?
You're quite right. Okay, cool. Whoa! That's cool. Can I jump on here? That's like, that is, it's a very simple thing, and yet that's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Like,
can you go up the other way? Go.
Sure.
Is there anything up there hidden, maybe?
No, let's see.
But presumably, did you have to do? Did you have to do this bit?
Well, that's one of the things. Like, I haven't. Oh shit! I haven't like tested the boundaries. Like,
Okay.
can I go to
Try
the left?
not. Yeah. Go to the left without going on that string. Can you actually get out? No.
No.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So you, like, yeah, you're right. You are being, if we want to say railroaded, we'd say it that way.
Mm-hmm. What did you miss, Haystack?
Who? Hello, May. Been a while. Hey, what are you doing out here? Nothing better to do? Oh, sass. I was out here doing my rounds and I saw you in the very off-limits playground. So? Get in the car, May. No. You want to spend your first night back in jail, May?
Why would you be sent to jail for what?
I guess trespassing?
Oh yeah, it does say do not enter, doesn't it? But aren't she just trying to get home?
Yeah, but like, maybe she was, I mean, she was also giving it a bit of sass. Bit of lip.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Hey, remember me? Arrgh! May, you gave me a heart attack. Sorry, that wasn't really a heart attack noise, but... good. What are you doing? Oh... May, honey, we thought you were coming home tomorrow night. How did you get here? I walked until I got arrested. by Aunt Mall Cop. Nice. Oh, did you say hi to Molly for me? No. I say hi for no one. Nice. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, ouch.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, wow. I'm going to bed. My bed's still here? Ooh, that's a zinger.
Jeez, that's... yeah, okay.
Or are we waiting for tomorrow night for that too? Ah, May. So good to hear that voice again. Good night. Ooh. Yep. Good one,
I
mate.
thought she said she'd been gone a year.
She hadn't lived here for 2 years.
Oh, 2 years, okay.
I hate grandfather clocks. They look really nice, but they're so loud.
Yeah.
From the old country. This clock, the trunk in the storage room, and whatever is buried under the house after the cement incident. Intriguing.
Frozen saying that he has some old cuckoos in the house.
Oh wow!
They always make me jump. Like that's the like.
Since when is the crawl space all jammed up? Wonder if Dad could move. Yeah, Dad put them.
God, do you remember like ticking clocks?
Yeah, dude.
Like I had alarm clocks that would tick.
Yeah.
And when I was at uni, like, yeah.
You know, there's like I hate people ragging on millennials, etc. But There's all that talk about the fact that millennials can't read analog clocks.
I think you're getting wrong. We're millennials, aren't we?
Well, we're the top end. Yeah, I think you can probably say we are, but we are only just.
Yeah.
And of course, you and I can read an analog clock, but I also don't really have. Actually, no, my watch is analog, it's not digital, so. And I have a watch. That's what makes me probably not much of a millennial.
I got rid of my watch when I left teaching. I was like, I need to take this shackle off, and then I never looked back.
Even when you became a teacher again.
Lecturer.
Yeah.
But I used my phone, but I found I didn't like looking at my watch all the time, because I'd end up looking at my watch on the weekend, and I thought, no, it's the weekend. It doesn't matter what time it is.
No wonder you're late to ours all the time. But like, did you not feel weird getting your phone out during lectures and stuff to check the time?
No.
Okay. That's the only reason I have a watch, is because I felt weird. Like,
I actually, when I do a lecture, I put the phone in the lecture room has the right time on it, and I put that. Dave Soft saying, "We can hear your voices. You aren't millennials, darling." Yeah, I put the phone in front so I can see the time on the phone.
Yeah,
and that's how I do it.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, but I don't need him. I'm such a good lecturer that my timing is like. You tell me to speak for 50 minutes. Done. I don't need to look at no clock.
It's built in.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so we're in May's room. May has a bass. Could we play some bass? For which song? Little known Dave fact: Dave played bass in school bands. Badly. Maybe late. Or actually, let's see what bass is. Space Dragon. Wander in space, nomad of forbidden place. So I did see that this was a kind of a thing.
Oh, I didn't know about this.
I'm terrible at keyboard rhythm-based games.
Did you play much Guitar Hero?
Yeah, I did, but I was never very good at it. As you can tell. Oh my god, I'm brutalizing this.
I got really good at Rock Band.
Oh my god. This shouldn't be as hard as I'm making it look.
It does seem quite tricky.
No, it's really not. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of you to say, but...
Well, you didn't have a tutorial that explained exactly how to do this. So,
yeah. Keep your momentum. Or some semblance of rhythm. Is this just going to go on and on until I stop it? Because that would be hard on everyone, I think.
I would like to think there's an end.
It's starting to feel like the track's called Space Dragon, so I'm assuming it's prog rock.
Are you on time? Like, I can't hear the sound here, so like, are you...
Does it look like I'm on time? No, it sounds horrible. Everybody should be grateful I've turned the music down. I am a rock god, Space Dragon. Oh, okay, so that was just a... Nice. But... Oh, God. I bet everybody's really glad I started this.
So that was the intro, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, the music is actually kind of cool. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
It's kind of a bit of a Scott Pilgrim vibe.
Yeah. And so we've got Frozen Glad It's Not a Tool song.
Kind of is Frozen.
And Dave stuff saying the style reminds of Papa the Rapper.
Oh yeah, nice. Old school reference there.
Yeah. It does have that it definitely has got that Prapper kind of feel. I've never played Prapper the Rapper.
No, I didn't either.
Maybe on a demo disc once, PS2 1 demo disc. Well, they brought it out. They kind of remastered it a lot, but it doesn't quite work on modern TVs because of the input lag.
Nice. Wow. Space Dragon. Yes.
Yeah.
I literally do not know this song. Yeah, me neither. Space Dragon, good one. Nothing else to interact with. I mean, like, how often is that going to come up? Like, is she just going to find bass guitars randomly everywhere now?
Yeah.
Can I jump this? Ooh,
so okay, I'm gonna start talking about. Let's start talking about kind of game design stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
You have no objective.
No.
You don't know what you're doing and why.
No.
I mean, I'm okay with that, but
yes,
like, some people aren't.
It's something that a lot of people look for in games. Yeah, it's like, what am I supposed to do? What am I doing?
Yeah. I don't know where I was going with that. Just like, it's an interesting. I don't know where to go with that. Really, I guess we've been thinking about that a lot.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Like, yeah.
People were concerned about making it home not being like obvious why, and I think so that if we're talking about that, I think the difference between this and what some of that feedback we got about making it home perhaps not having a direct and obvious goal is that there are some metrics to be measured against, and like right now, like if there was a happiness bar on the screen, like, and I was like, well, am I supposed to fill my bar, or am I supposed to, if there's a timer like there is in making it home, it suggests that there is something.
Yeah.
For the goal.
In a way, you've not really been given that many decisions to make.
No.
Either. Whereas, like, for making it home, like, people were like, oh, well, I can work in a diner, but why wouldn't I always just work in the diner?
Yes. Yeah.
And so, like, I think we absolutely needed a goal.
Yeah.
But it's just an interesting kind of that this is more like interactive fiction, right?
Yes. Yeah, that is funny. Like, we were joking about that jump puzzle, but that's like that's the closest bit to of gamification that we've got so far, right? Otherwise, it's just moving a character around an environment, talking to people. Ooh, we came back at short notice.
Oh.
Is everything okay? What do we think, Sean? Is it yeah? An over-enthusiastic yeah with an exclamation mark? Or, what do you
mean? What was the question? I was reading the chat. Did something happen?
I just needed to come home, Sean. Well, sweetie, I think you can understand my worry. That's not usually something a college sophomore just up and does. I know. Honey, you can tell me if something happened. Mum, I'm fine. Can we talk about this another time? Bet your old friends will be happy to see you, Sean. Yay, friends.
Yay.
You wouldn't happen to know where Greg is, would you? Oh, Greg. Didn't Greg
wasn't he was on the roof?
Yeah. Greg's working down at the Snack Falcon. Up in Town Centre West by the Click Clack.
We have it. Oh, that's even more like it's like going home and they've got a Costa in Stowmarket thing.
So handy. Ever since the food donkey went out. The food donkey is gone? Not the food donkey, Sean. The times we had in the food donkey. That we'll never get that back. It's been gone almost a year now, Sean.
Yeah, sorry. Like, I have to. Like,
people are saying
the best
things
idea has happened in chat.
Okay.
Okay, so,
Ham Panther. Nice.
Dave Soft had an idea for an achievement in making it home.
Oh yeah.
You get a vehicle up to 88 miles an hour, and the achievement name is Great Scott. So I have started a list of achievements, and I've added that to the list.
Thanks, Dave Soft, for suggesting another Trello board we need to monitor. Thank you.
Okay.
But I see your little Fred when I go to town. 88 miles per hour is very quick in making it home.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, fair play if you get that as an achievement.
You'll see some serious shit when that happens.
Yeah. Wow, the food donkey's gone. We have a snack falcon. A whole new world, sweetie. See what's changed. So yeah, I mean, it kind of gives you this nudge every now and again about like this is an exploration game. You're just checking out what's in the town.
Yeah.
Watch for all the construction. It's interesting, like construction being festive. Like we do kind of get that here around the time the financial year ends. Like suddenly everybody's spending budgets and fixing roads.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's an interesting little bit of social commentary there from a computer in Press Escape.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, when I go home, it's like it sounds really downer, but everything's always in disrepair.
Wow!
I noticed that more than anything.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you're a big city boy now, right?
Yeah, I suppose that's the other thing. Is like going back to. Also, it's a Tory council, so they're like, they only do things that are like. What's the thing? They only do the things they have to do, and so that means that lots of things don't get done.
I'm not going to lie to this old guy.
Yeah, no, it's not.
What a brutal option. I'm home for good. What? They not have college anymore? Wow, May, you could spin some stories. I'm not going to tell this old guy if college burned down. I thought you'd either go on to do great things.
Ouch.
Or sit on your ass here until you put down roots. Nice. Ass roots. Yes, I can sell that one in my mind. See you around. Yeah.
So did you know the story of this game before you started?
No.
So like, I mean, I did, and so it's getting revealed. It's just interesting the way it's being revealed to you. So what would you call that? Like, is there a what do you think about it as a narrative person?
As a narrative, you're a narrative person too, Sean. Like we're all narrative people. What do I think? Well, okay, if we're wanting to like talk a little bit narrative, or narratology, narrative theory, if you want to go that far, it's a slow reveal. It's quite gradual, but it does have that early hook. Of, you know, you're coming home, like you said, you're at the bus station, it's at night, like certain narrative choices being made to try and hook you in a little bit. The fact that your parents don't remember you were coming home, like that's a little bit of a, ooh, that's interesting, a little bit of a hook. But you're right, it's a very softly approach. It's not like, oh, I've got to go home because my dad's dying, or you know, we kind of, again, if we're going a little bit more narrative fiction into it, like there's an interesting disconnect between what the player knows and the character that you're playing knows. Like, the character knows why she's come home, why she's not in college, but the player doesn't.
Yeah.
So that's what she's gradually finding out. So that's always a bit weird in stories, but it's quite common in games where the character knows more than the player does. The person who's supposed to be controlling the character. So, like, there's an equivalent in theatre and TV and film, which is dramatic irony, where the audience knows more. It's like the opposite, I suppose, what I'm describing, where the audience knows more than the characters do. This is kind of the opposite. The character knows more than the player does. So, but yeah, it's like slow, it's soft, it's gradual. I mean, it's almost. It is a bit more paced like a novel than maybe many games are. But But even a lot of novels, especially commercial novels, will start with something a bit more explosive than "I'm coming home," and I don't know why.
Yeah. I need to get this guy to drill a can.
Yeah. It was a very soft opening in that respect.
Yeah. This screen is something like this. Just this image is really good.
Yes. It's a nice touch to have the road going uphill, isn't it? It makes it quite a lot more dynamic. What are you doing? Dropped out. Ooh. Do you think she's telling the truth there? Did she really dropped out? That's about it. Wow. Weird indeed. Not sure it's necessarily weird. But...
Could you try something for me?
Yeah.
So, as you've been standing there, these squirrels have been jumping, going up their stairs and jumping on there. Is that trying to tell you that you should be doing that?
I think it certainly says that I can, seeing as we were able to do that in.
I feel like you need to jump up there, and can you even jump on those stairs? Yeah, I think you should jump on that thing and run as far to the right as you can.
Oh no.
No, maybe not.
I might be able to make the jump if I don't suck so much. Let's have a look.
You need to you should remember what they said about run, jump. Yeah, okay.
And there's no double jump either.
Yeah.
Nope. Am I going to talk to the guy in the cap there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Why
wouldn't you talk to someone? Let's talk to
them. They're there. You can talk to them.
Yeah.
What you doing on my porch? That's a fair question. So obviously I didn't know that guy. I don't know everyone in town, Sean.
Yeah, I suppose it's fair enough. Yeah.
Just don't assume I know everyone. Hey, Mr. Chazakov. That's a good name. Hello, mate. My best worst student.
Ooh.
Zing. Liked the constellations. Hated school. Hated not school. School is vital for your future, everyone. Amen to that. What are you doing back in Possum Springs? I just dropped out of school. Zing. Awkward. Well, if you're still interested in constellations, come by my roof down the hill later this week. Nice. Should have my new telescope set up by then. Sure thing. We've just got to that bit in our Battlestar Galactica rewatch where they've just found the constellations to Earth.
Yeah. I can't even. I've almost got to the point where I've forgotten it enough that I could rewatch it again.
You can definitely rewatch it. I promise.
I've rewatched it 2 or 3 times already.
Oh, you have?
Okay. Since the last time I rewatched it, I think I'm getting to the point that I forgot enough. I have a bunch of series that I do that with, which is Band of Brothers. I have 3 series. So Band of Brothers, Battlestar Galactica, and Breaking Bad. Is I go to the point where I can't remember the details, and then I watch it again.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing, so the idea of just walking up to every animal and talking to them is kind of ingrained in me right now.
So, have you been playing that more than you've been playing Doom? So you're not expecting?
Yeah, I've not touched Doom. I've been playing. I played Doom once, and I was like, it's Doom. It's good, but I just want to chop some trees down.
Fair. I mean, not fair. You shouldn't be chopping trees down. Really, you should be planting them.
Well. I'm doing that as well. I plant 2 trees for every tree I cut down.
Ghosts don't have DNA, Sean. You heard it here first. Nope. Hey, lady, can you leave us alone? Yeah, fair play. Yeah, leave us alone, lady. Lady. Wow. Another person to talk to! Danny, right? Ah, Danny. You were a senior when I was a freshman. Yeah, how's it going, Danny? Oh, wow. Danny just lost his job. They say construction's always hiring, but it's not. Wow, this is throwing out some life lessons. In fact, it's often laying off guys named Dan. Nice. What are you gonna do? That's presumably actually not. She wasn't asking that in the way I my intonation suggested, which was a kind of like an Italian. What are you gonna do? Whereas this is, what are you actually going to do with your life now you've been laid off? So.
Haystack is saying that May runs slower uphill and faster downhill.
Ooh,
Kind of cool. That's a nice little juicy touch. I think.
Juicy up. Kill anyone, are you, Dan? Yeah, don't kill anyone for their job. Wow, Dan went to a dark place. Whee! I'm going downhill and then slowly back uphill. Yeah, nice.
I'm often interested in these games of like what the rules are to do with animals being like, what's the word?
Anthropomorphic.
Yeah, like because there's squirrels and pigeons that didn't get the treatment. Like,
yeah, we're gonna meet an actual squirrel. I mean, that looks like a raccoon, right? Like, is there a squirrel that? You're right.
Yeah.
Ooh,
there's a pigeon. That pigeon just drove a car past. So there's like.
Have you seen much of BoJack Horseman?
No.
Oh yeah, that's good for this very question, amongst other things. It's a great show. So ooh, I can put my extendable hand. Wee.
I love the hand.
The hand is great. Okay, so what we got here?
The ball of yarn, like you're a cat.
Ooh, yes, that's true. Nice. Who would leave this here? Indeed, Sean. Got you on lockdown. Right. Missing Casey Hartley, 19, Possum Springs. Last seen June 27th, walking westwards along the tracks behind the former food donkey, which we loved. He was wearing a black hoodie, sweatshirt, jeans, and black canvas shoe. Well, there we go. That's usually a problem to start with. Wonder if someone's lost him. If you find any information on the location of Casey Hartley at any time since his last known sighting, please contact Possum Springs Police Department.
Katie Washington
has never lost a child. Yeah, let's see if we can pick that. Can I pick that up? No. Grab hands. I don't think I can actually pick anything up here. Oh, I can.
So it's just
I can.
Harvest.
Harvest, yeah.
Oh, or you can just move it to see things underneath.
Yeah. Can I move? No. Can I move the missing? Nope. I mean, either I'm sucking at hitting these hitboxes, which is, or I'm not using the actual right key. No.
Well, yeah, so Casey's missing.
Yeah, there we go. Casey's missing. More like Awesome Springs. Someone did a good job there. Yeah. Cool. So yeah. And apparently we don't play with balls of string. So there's that.
We're above that.
We're above. Just patronizing. Ooh. Nice. Good work on the water there, but doing a little bit of water pixel-arting myself. That looks very nice. Very simple way of doing it, very simple aesthetic. Right, what do we want? Hey, I just got back in touch. She's just walking up to random strangers telling them this.
Yeah.
And the one thing I missed most was pierogi, maybe? Hey, I remember you.
What's a pierogi?
So it's kind of, oh god, you're putting me on the spot. I think it's like a North American dumpling type thing that's really popular in Canada.
Okay. I'm pretty sure Haystack is going to tell us because he said he wanted a pierogi.
There you go. They are delicious. I'm not a thief. You take that back.
This isn't even a restaurant. That's like
I've stolen from better places than this. I wouldn't lower myself to steal from here.
So, Dave, are
Yes.
you when you give a response, does she repeat the response?
She didn't just then, right? I think. Let's check next time. Next time I get an option.
Okay, you're right. A pierogi's a dumpling.
Yes.
That's-
Nailed it. Hey, teens. Hey, I speak kid. It's like that Steve Buscemi gif, right? What's that even from initially? Like, is it Saturday Night Live?
What's that?
You know the Steve Buscemi gif that you always use?
The Steve.
The one with like, hey,
Oh,
fellow
hello, kids.
kids. Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember.
Is it Saturday Night Live sketch? That's my guess. I don't know. What are you guys doing? Yeah, like you're right. Like nothing. What do teens do? Cool that people still hang around down here.
It's from 30 Rock, I think.
Okay. There we go. The internet doth provide. Yeah, old people coming down to like teens hangouts and saying they used to hang out here is like zero cool.
Yeah, that's the other weird thing about going back to Stowmarket is like you realise that all the pubs are just full of like, you know,
Kids.
17, 18-year-olds, 16, 17-year-olds.
Yeah.
Which I used, you know.
I wasn't, because I was nerdy until now. So yeah, I didn't drink in places until I was legally able to.
I did.
It's fine, Sean. Like no one's gonna come and take
I
it.
grew
You're
up
like
in the countryside. It's like we all did. Like, yeah.
Ooh, it's the
I
snack falcon.
specifically remember once someone asking me like, "Are you 18?" And was like, "I've been drinking here for the past like 6 months." That's me now. And the answer was no. We got out of there fast.
Oh my god. Hey, Greg. What are you doing here? Like back as in today? Back as in back to the future! Hey. Wow. Greg, really? Too bad you didn't die at college? What am I... Oh, okay. Fair enough. This kind of friendship, Sean. Too bad you didn't catch a flesh-eating disease. Too bad you didn't join a murder cult. Glad you didn't live right. Like a freak soda machine there. God, it's good to see. That's a nice arm wave. How's Angus? You two still a thing? Hold on. Are we getting a hug? I think we might be getting a hug. Like, I can't move. Changing the music. Okay. Yeah, I guess it was a bit music-y. The Space Dragon. I think it might be. Wait, is this Angus? Oh, wait. Since when? Oh, that was Greg! Since last night, 11 or so. That's amazing. Come to band practice. Yes! Yes! That was just... Let's get some more Space Dragon on the go. Let's practice. No, now! Conveniently now! Oh god, right. Okay, you have to get my bass fingers limbered up.
Or maybe not.
Nah, Space Dragon.
Was that scream a positive scream or a heart attack scream?
Hi, Angus. Hey, it's you.
What
It's
animal is
me.
Angus? Is that a cat?
I think it's a bear, dude.
Bear? Yeah.
It's me. Like everybody says, people say "r" a lot in this. So the party barn went out, huh? Yeah, not sure how it ever stayed open. How many parties are there really? You need a lot of parties to keep up, but these guys have got a great rapport going. I have your old bass. Oh, dude, I don't think I even know. Of course, I know how to play. Oh, there's B. We passed her flat earlier. You may not have noticed. Wow. Hi, B. Right, everyone seems super stoked to see you. Maybe you left under a. I play drums. That's ooh, savage. Does your bass part?
Oh, you got replaced by a computer.
Yeah. Well, it's happening to all of us. I understand them as the bass parts. Zing. But I can turn them off. So obviously I'm about to ruin this person's bass line. Oh Christ. Right. Oh shit, what am I doing? Sorry, right. Okay, that's it, right, let's get back into this.
So is her expression changing when you mess up?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh god. This shouldn't be this difficult, but I'm trying to do it one-handed. Like a sensible person, I suppose.
But yeah, wouldn't you like? Surely you do it one-handed.
I tried it with two, and it was worse. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm sorry, but you play bass with two hands, not one, so it seemed to make some sense.
You could pretend strumming with your other hand. It doesn't make sense to you.
Okay. No vocals though. A bit disappointed. Again, a little bit of the rhythm of the actual song. He says. I would have gone with the computer personally. Oh, there are lyrics. I'm just not. No one's singing them.
Oh, you've not noticed that? Yeah.
No. Why are you not singing along, Sean?
Well, because I'd be out of sync, and that would be like weird. Otherwise, I'd have totally done it.
Oh yeah, sure. Blame the sync.
Yeah. It's like it's a nice sequence, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like the like clearly not an afterthought.
No, as soon as you saw this was implemented in such a way, you knew there would be more opportunities to play bass.
Frozen. So you know how I said I'd be out of sync.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Frozen said that I'd probably match the bass guitarist quite well.
Yeah. Oh, throwing some shade. I'm really glad people. Oh shit, sorry. People who actually knew me during my bass playing days aren't around to comment on this. Like, I wasn't playing bass when I knew Rob, who sometimes watches the stream, but like, you know, Rob's an actual musician, so that would have been awkward. But I might suggest he watches it just for the bass playing alone. Matt, yeah, you're right. That was pretty bad, is what it was. Yeah, all right, okay, all right. I do not know this. Yeah, so I'm playing. I don't know this song. You know, come on. If it was Space Dragon, I would have been right on that. Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Do you think that you did better than driving a truck with that? What do you think?
Well, no one died this time, so you tell me. At least it didn't it didn't take quite as long as trying to park that truck.
Did you ever park the truck? Like apart from like it falling over.
That's a kind of parking. I think I did get there eventually. Like we didn't end the screen. We didn't end the stream with me not having parked that truck. I don't think. Oh man, I do miss pizza.
Oh fuck!
How much?
Yes,
how much
I miss pizza.
How much pizza have you had in the last 2 weeks, dude?
I haven't. I can't.
Oh man. Sorry. Let me skip this quickly. This is too much. Oh god, I have to take a pizza.
No.
Wow, who doesn't eat the crusts?
What the?
Crazy. Horrible. Wow, Bee's a real downer, isn't she?
I watched a video last night about how I could maybe do a pizza in the oven. I think I might try it. I've got bread flour. I've got like an oven that has a pizza mode. So
this guy's a disaster with his no eating of the crisps. Past abilities.
I've been thinking about getting like a pizza oven for a while.
Nice.
But like, I don't know. I wouldn't use it. You'd have to use it. So like,
I've had this. Yeah, of course you would, but you would use it, right? If you've got a pizza oven.
Dave Soft has asked if we're having a fun apocalypse.
What do you think, Dave?
You
you just see me play some amazing bass, so yeah, we're having a pretty fun apocalypse.
Yeah, Frozen. Like I've been like Frozen on Twitter. How did the old fashioned go with the what's it called? The stout. Did you use a stout liqueur? Not stout liqueur. You did a stout reduction, didn't you? Reduced a coffee porter. I didn't realize it was a coffee porter. That's interesting. I might try that. That'd be a good one. That might be good. That sounds good. I'm like one of my things I want to try and do. So how my apocalypse going? On the weekend, I spatchcocked a chicken.
You what? You did what to a chicken? Sorry.
I spatchcocked it, which means you cut the spine out and you flatten it so that it cooks evenly.
Okay.
It was after watching the Bob's Burger episode where he spatchcocks a turkey and like he talks about how exciting he is about doing it. And then I realized I've always wanted to try that. So then I did it. And then I made chicken stock. First time ever. With the spine. So you put the spine in the chicken stock. Yeah.
Well, Casey's just gone, just to update you. Because he's missing people. Did you not see the missing persons post? Oh, there you go. Okay. Everyone knew what happened. Casey. What exactly do you do, May? I was in college. Yeah, some good questions. Right, so you asked me if I get an option, does it say what she says after I choose that? So didn't work out. No, it just it skips straight through.
Yeah. So I guess that you're seeing the
full option that you say.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Angus Scott Davis, what people on. Yeah, it's like, because that's what something we've been playing around with for making it home is when you choose an option, we give you the full option, and then you also see it from the player's dialogue box. And we're still playing around with the idea, is that the right way to do it? Because I think it's fair to say neither of us particularly like that Mass Effect thing where you pick an option that is like, okay, you know, the option says okay, and then like a line of dialogue comes up that says, yes, broadly speaking, okay, but it says a bunch of other things as well that you're like, well, I didn't want to actually say that, so.
Yeah. It's difficult. It's about kind of getting that. It's about getting the balance right, I think.
Yes.
Potentially.
Is that no? Well, yeah. I hadn't noticed that arm either. I was too busy looking at the.
What?
There's an arm, like just like a disembodied, dismembered.
Yeah.
Like I hadn't known. I was just reading the dialogue, casually talking about stuff. Okay, classic. Poking it with a stick.
So Frozen's asked. So he said this game is super slow but plays well.
Well, it depends what you mean by play, right? Yes. It. I guess I'm just like walking through the story, like we said earlier. Apart from the base bits and like occasional, occasional platforming. Oh god, okay, so actually I do have to poke it with a stick.
Yeah.
So, any particular part of the arm
I
you'd
think
like me to
poke the
poke?
stump. Get right into
Yeah,
in
get
there,
right
like-
in. Yeah, get right
Yeah.
involved in this bloody bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Poke, 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 poke. There's a cockroach. Let's see if I can poke that. Hup. No, he's too quick. Can I poke it in the other direction? No. All I can do is make. Oh, okay, maybe. Why am I doing this? Who pokes? I mean, like, who over the age of 11 pokes? And I did. I got.
Did you kill the? Oh no!
Yeah, but like, I got a Steam achievement for it, so.
That's
So there's
okay.
that.
makes it okay, does
So
it?
there's that. What's going
We're
on
okay
here?
with
Indeed.
murder as long as it gives us achievements.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Uh-oh. Is it
It's
my
Aunt
Molly?
Cop.
Yeah, Aunt Molly Mole Cop. It is! Hey, Aunt Molly, we found an arm. Alright,
yeah.
mate, put the stick down and step away from the arm. Don't taser me or anything. Who is Angus? Is it the bear?
I think it's time for Angus night. Yes, Angus is the bear.
Angus,
and-
okay, fine. Bee's
think-
the crocodile.
yeah.
Buddy system. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be a cold ride home. Maybe we should put some electronic beats on.
Yeah, Angus is the bear.
So, working at the old pickaxe. Family business. So this is almost like a cutscene, right? Like, so we're talking about
Yeah,
kind of because I can't control anything here. All I'm doing is like clicking through dialogue. So this is a bit like, I suppose, like our truck stop or our kind of cutscene thing. And I think with narrative games, like players are totally fine if you say like you're stuck here. Listen to this.
Yeah. hmm
Less so
Yeah.
maybe on other kinds of games.
Maybe. It's so like Haystack saying,
Wow.
like how about this shift in style and the background is like really cool. Sorry, I missed the chat there. What did she do? did she say?
She's actually telling us to get out a few blocks from our house.
Oh,
Yeah, I think because we talked about her parents,
okay.
which you obviously didn't like. But then, oh, okay, so we made it home. Okay, it wasn't like a danger
Yeah.
thing. My dad.
Um.
All right. That last night. How much okay is it, Sean? Is it okay or is it okay? I guess.
Well, I mean, like, I'd be pretty angry. I don't know. Like,
I mean,
don't-
you're 20.
yeah, so it's okay.
Can you kind of get over it? I
It's
hear it.
okay.
I won't burn through the review.
That's what I'd say in that tone. Okay, this is
So that's an example of a bit where I didn't get. I had a choice, and it kind of just, I guess, carried on anyway. And a lot of the time, we don't have a choice on this dialogue. Fine.
yeah. So, so Frozen saying, is it giving Gris a run for its money for most minimalistic game or artsy fartsy game?
I think there's more like. There's more upfront in this than there was on Gris. Like Gris, you really had to drill down a little bit more into the storytelling.
Yeah.
But then Gris had more puzzles, right? Like Gris was actually like a puzzle platformer in a way that this isn't so far.
Yeah. Yeah. So should we have a chat like closing thoughts?
Sure.
As I my fatigue, I've had a long couple of days.
I think
with this whole.
Hey, you've had a big day. You've had a big day.
Yeah,
As has me.
Yeah.
That's okay. Well, I'm not going to call you kitten when I say goodnight, but yeah, closing thoughts for Night in the Woods. Yeah,
Big
I
day
should
calls
start.
for drinks. Damn straight, Frozen.
Yeah. So I like, funnily enough, you know what? The first thing I thought about when we've been playing it through for a closing thought is that at the moment, I'm playing some games with people who don't normally play computer games because
Right.
of the lockdown. And I've ended up playing Firewatch again.
Yeah.
With them, and they seem to be enjoying it a lot. And they might well enjoy this a lot. So if we finish Firewatch together, I might walk them through this because I mean they're not computer game people, so they just want something on like the screen as well as Skyping that we can occasionally talk about as well as talk about what's going on with our days and all that kind of stuff. So, like, I guess what we use board games for, right? Like that kind of extra social interaction additive.
Yeah.
So I could see like this kind of game, Firewatch. I've got Her Story as well, which I think is a bit more full on emotionally.
Her Story is great.
Yeah.
Like, that's one of my favorite. Like, I think that was one of the first games where I played it, and I was like games can be something else.
Yeah.
I think I really like in terms of games that really like influence the way I think about games.
Sure.
It's definitely Her Story is one of them. Yeah.
So yeah, I could see it feeling like being another one of those kind of games where I'm playing it like it's super chill, like it's just reading, it's like kind of walking through a story, get to make some choices. There's no there's no hassle, no fuss. Like I'm learning stuff about this place, and the art's beautiful, and all that kind of stuff.
So a game that I played with my wife Jo was the Walking Dead Telltale games.
Yeah, sure.
Like we would play that in a way. We played Firewatch together as well.
Okay, nice.
Is where we would talk about the choices and decisions together. Walking Dead's interesting because there are some decisions in that game you have to make in a short amount of time, which is crucial to that game because you end up having situations where you very quickly have to decide whether or not to save someone's life, and it really affects you.
Sure.
I remember like a lot of those being like, really kind of making me think. I don't know, like you feel it. You feel like this character's gone, and because I wasn't quick enough to react. I should have done this, and it's quite a nice game for playing and like adventure games.
Yeah,
but this isn't even really an adventure game because
not yet.
It feels quite linear at the moment.
Yes, it's not sound. I mean, maybe I've missed places I could have gone. Like I went straight into the Falcon Shack, which I knew was the like point I needed to get to. But yeah, you're right. It's not quite as open as a point and click adventure often feels. Feels a bit more like on rails. But I think like if you want this kind of chilled out story, slow reveal, low hassle kind of game experience, then like it's great. I think the visuals are great. The writing's really good. The tone's spot on. I think it's lovely. I think
Frozen kind of makes a good point, like that with a winky face. So,
okay. Well, all bets are off if there's a winky face.
Yeah. So a point and click adventure game would have more gameplay.
Yeah.
In that, some people would describe this as a game, even like the most gamey thing is the rhythm game.
Yeah, well, yeah, the base. I mean, there may be platform puzzle bits that I've missed as we've gone through, but you're right. Like, yeah, there's not. I think, like you're saying a bit with Her Story, like I think to enjoy this kind of thing, either it's because you enjoy those games that don't like have that gamification heavily upfronted, but actually are just about a story, they call them walking novels, but that has such a negative connotation for a lot of people, and I don't think that's fair.
I think because we're kind of coming around. So like Frozen said, is a storybook game a thing, and it's like this interactive, kind of like we played Mike that game we played a few weeks ago. The one you played,
Last,
Subsurface.
Subsurface, yeah.
Yeah,
I
Subsurface
seem to
Circular.
be bringing a lot of these kind of games.
Yeah,
To
but
the
that's
stream.
because we're thinking about this stuff, right? And we because like we've started the beta. If you're not, we're sending out beta keys. If you're not on the mailing list, you can join that. And I'm sending them out like every day at the moment. But like because I think we've got we're trying to kind of make a game that has both this narrative element and has like gameplay. And maybe we're starting to come across a point where that's those two things are opposing each other.
Yeah. Yes.
And we're wondering what we need to do about that.
Yeah, it's whether the solution lies in dovetailing them more closely or actually separating them more. I think there's two like very clear design directions to go with that.
Yeah.
And I think we've maybe tried to take the middle road a little bit too much.
Maybe. It's a tricky one. Like it's interesting, and that's why we I think I quite like so like with this game, like how do you find how did they find the audience for this game? Because that's what
I mean, you could look at. I mean, we do these kinds of things, don't we? But looking at how they laid out the Steam store page, or what what the short description was like, what kind of capsule art they used, what particular images they chose. I think for this, for me, like visuals play a big part in this. Like, I think if you saw a screen cap of this, you would get a sense of tone and get a sense of what the game might be. Like, you can see like from this that this isn't like They Are Billions or a Command and Conquer game. Like, as soon as if you just saw this screenshot right here, like you could see that it wasn't. Certain games, it's not like right. So, I think that does a lot of heavy lifting.
Yeah.
In terms of finding the right audience for that, and things like Steam tags and all those kinds of things.
Like Dave Stuff is saying that like streamer outreach and kind of I think finding the right streamers, so streamers that play the games that they have that audience.
Yeah,
and then that kind of helps.
Well, I think we certainly early in our design discussions in making it home. I think I've talked about this before on stream about like that experience of trying to find streamers for Cycle 28 and finding it very difficult because the shmup community is a small but strong one, but they don't stream a lot. Like there's not a lot of stream, and I think we found out why when we started streaming Cycle 28 because it's really difficult to play those kind of intense bullet hell shoot 'em up games while streaming. Right, because you're trying to talk to people and you're trying to engage with the audience and chat and all that kind of stuff, and you're like on the edge of the seat trying not to die. What we also found a ton of were building games, like streams that were like in their stream descriptions for their channels, they were like super chill building games are what I play.
Yeah,
and so I was like, wow, okay, like there are way more streamers for a different type of game. So. Well, let's try and make something that is what we want to make, but also seems to work for that kind of outreach approach. Now, whether or not making it home is enough super chill building game or not, we'll find out if we get streamers engaging with it.
Yeah.
But that was part of the process, definitely for us.
Cool. I think this is a good game to bring.
Yeah, I think it was
a good time.
Yeah, I think God, we need super chilled games right now. Like in my life, like I appreciate your last choice. Maybe had a little bit of anxiety and stress to it, but I think super chilled probably works quite nicely right now.
I think so, and yeah, thanks everyone for showing up and keep safe out there. Yeah, it's like these streams are kind of like a nice weekly thing that I can be like, this is nice and just relaxing. So thanks for showing up. But yeah, so do we sign off to pillbug.zone, like things, subscribe things, algorithm buttons.
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff.
And yeah, at pillbug.zone, you can find out information for signing up to our mailing list, which will get you into the closed beta for making it home.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks.